Shalom Akim, Kahala Imla Yahaba Shem Yashaba Shem Kwakudash, and double on Instagram and apostles. I thought the Afsha for the strength in order to make this video as well. This one is reference to hard-headedness will hinder rebuke. That's why I named the title. I wrote in my notes, but that's why I should have named the title. Hard-headedness hinders rebuke. Because if you really think about that term, which I'm going to bring out the definition as well, is literally in the name, hard, something that's strong, can't be penetrated as easily, compared to like an easy substance that you can penetrate through, like, such as water, compared to also like a rock. A rock will be, hard, but referring to headedness, is referring to the head, to the mind. The mentality of which people have. If a person is then described as hard-headed, it means really whatever information that you're trying to give them, they can't accept it. They just reject it straight away, which is really the state of Israel right now. And let me actually search the definition in Yaratazar. I'm gonna bring out some precepts. It's just a basic lesson, based on the mentality of Israel right now, just to increase awareness on it. All right, let me search the definition. So the definition of hard-headed means practical and realistic, not sentimental. Well, that's what it's saying for Google. Let me actually get something that's referring to another definition, really. It says practical and realistic, not sentimental. Really, if you want to get into that type of definition, practical is something that can be done, realistic, of course, pertaining to reality. Let me actually get straight to the point, because I'm just looking for the right definition here, because there was something that I saw last time. Right. So it says hard-headed, it says stubborn or willful. Let me try to get another edition. That was Merriam-Webster. Let me try to get another one. I think Cambridge got a good one. It says hard-headed, not influenced by emotions. Which really, if you really think of it, what I was trying to say last time was in the beginning of the video, was really, if you go by the definition of, because it says practical and realistic, not sentimental, which relates to, I think, emotions. But as it says here, not influenced by emotions. Really, the perspective, the mindset of, the hopeful elect, your Aratazar, were there, to be actually part of the elect. The mindset is, if we were then to go through the perspective of the world seeing us, we will be seen as hard-headed, because we don't accept any other philosophies, man. We don't accept anything of the world. You got Islam, you got Christianity, Hinduism, Binduism, Scientology. That's another one that I've been hearing of lately as well. Which you got what's his name, Neil deGrasse Tyson. That's some Jake of which he's pretty much forsaken the Most High, man. He's in his wickedness anyways. Worshipping science. So of course, that's where his mindset is, that he's hard-headed against the Most High. And of course, the world will see us as hard-headed against their false philosophies, which really, if anything, the true benefit is being hard-headed for the truth, man. Because we know if something is the truth and something is reality, we know that anything else is really just fake. And of course, fake things don't last. So then in that case, if there's anything to even be hard-headed about, it's about this truth, man. To know that, okay, cool, if any of Ishmael comes by and says, hey, come to Islam, no, you do your thing over there, I'm going to do my thing here. That's the point. So that's why I said the world will see, will see us, the servants of Yahushua, as hard-headed, because we don't allow philosophies or any wind of doctrine to come enter us. So, that's the basis of the definition. In fact, hold on, Salakia, because there was something else that I saw. Not sure if this is the one. Maybe I should say hard-headedness. Definition of hard-headedness. Let me get. So okay. I'm gonna get to the precept soon. Just wanna try and get this point of hard-headedness. Okay, This is the one that I actually searched up for, man. It says hard-headed. This is the Google definition: a steadfast adherence. Really, it's Merriam-Webster, but Google extracted it from the website. And it's a steadfast adherence to an opinion, purpose, or course of action in spite of reason, arguments, or persuasion. So the point is, I think adherence means really to avoid something. Let me actually search up adherence as well, just to make sure. Adherence. Something like that. So it says definition of adherence based on hard-headedness: attachment or commitment to a person, cause, or belief. So it says also the quality or process of sticking fast to an object or surface. So it means, let's just go with the first one. It says attachment or commitment to a person, cause, or belief, man. So adherence, now let's get back to the other definition. To be hard-headed or hard-headedness, a steadfast, unwavering. It don't shatter, it don't go low. It's always constant. A steadfast adherence to an opinion, purpose, or course of action in spite of reason, arguments, or persuasion. That's why, the children of Yahweh Shemi Ashai, the Israelites, are regarded as hard-headed, man, in the scriptures as well. We're going to get some precepts on that too, because their steadfast adherence to their philosophies. That's why if you were to apply this definition, a steadfast adherence, they're adhering, they're attaching to philosophies of the world, to an opinion, purpose, or cause of action. Hence why they do things pertaining to the world, and of course, they orient their lives towards the world, achieving goals in there as well as the philosophies in there, especially because we know how Jake gets down with religion, man. You'll be sacrificing the whole life for that thing, and it's all fake. It's all for the downfall. So that's done. It's luck here. Let me actually get to the precepts now. Just gonna get Ezekiel 3. So of course we got, during self-examination as well, we need to notice certain things of which we need to work on, like, for example, me, if I'm then hard-headed in certain situations, then I need to, of course, soften up and just get to the solution, man. That's really what it is. Sometimes it may even just be certain bad habits of laziness and, those things which I need to solve. So by getting to the solution, that's really the point there. The reason why you face clarity with your problems, or a person faces clarity with their problems, is to really just get to the solution fast enough. And that solution from hard-headedness for Israel as a whole, or let's start from an individual as a whole. Really, we're trying to wake up our people. But of course, since they're hard-headed, the proper way is for them to just be reset, which is really them deleted, cleared up in the fire, and then after that, they're then reborn through the elect, and then they're cool, man. But right now, they're in a state where it's like, okay, they've gone too far, there's no return, then you just be completely reset, man, just like a computer. You know, you gotta factory reset the phone or factory reset the computer, man. So, what was I gonna do? Ezekiel 3. So I'm gonna read Ezekiel 3, verse 1 onwards, probably up to 11. Ezekiel 3, moreover, he said unto me, Son of man, eat that thou findest, eat this roll, and go speak unto the house of Israel. So I opened my mouth, and he caused me to eat that roll. So, verse 3, and he said unto me, Son of man, cause thy belly to eat, fill thy bowels with this roll that I give thee. Then did I eat it, and it was in my mouth as honey for sweetness. And of course, this roll is referring to the scriptures. To eat it is really to study it, to read it, which really, it ought to be a daily execution, man, to keep oneself sharp. You know, in order to actually create something as a habit, as something to really reach full mastery. It really just requires frequency, increased frequency, and of course consistency in the long term. Because of course, what you do today then affects tomorrow, which really means what you do now can affect you even in the long term, really. You know, it could be years ahead as you compound the efforts. Years ahead, you'll be seeing the benefits, man. Which is really also how the works of the elect work as well. Because as visionaries, they're also working as servants under Yahushua, and they're also visualizing the kingdom too. And they know that that will be part of the reward that Yahushua will then give them, places of rulership. And that's what we're striving for as well, servants of Yahushua. So then we continue on. Verse 4, Ezekiel 3 and 4. And he said unto me, Son of man, go and get thee unto the house of Israel, and speak with my words unto them, for thou art not sent to a people of a strange speech, and of a hard language, but to the house of Israel. So it won't be a hard thing for us to preach unto them. And anyways, there's many brothers, man, in GMS where, you know, well, many current brothers and camps, of which thing all around the world, you know, European countries, as well as America, you know, and the Latin countries as well, where you got them preaching everywhere, man. Preaching everywhere. So of course it's an easy thing to get the word, but it's not that easy to actually absorb the information. So, you know, that's where, you know, Yahweh Shem Yahshua has to unlock the spirit of certain individuals that may pass by the camp or may pass by the video that you're producing. And then, you know, Yahweh they receive it. But of course, remember, 2/3, Zechariah 13 verse 8, is a far larger number than 1/3. And Israel, there's a lot of Israelites. Israelites are everywhere, man. You know, not you view them as as I said, Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians everywhere, but we don't always remember to consider the speckled bird as well, which means there's tons of Israelites scattered everywhere, man. So, let me read on. Verse 4, and he said unto me, Son of man, go get thee, I just lucky I was on verse 6, Ezekiel 3, verse 6. Not too many people of a strange speech and of a hard language, whose words thou canst not understand. Surely had I sent thee to them, they would have hearkened unto thee. But the house of Israel, this is the key part up to verse 9, actually probably up to verse 11, yeah. But the house of Israel will not hearken unto thee, for they will not hearken unto me, for all the house of Israel are impudent and hard-hearted. Hard-hearted refers to the mind, a hard mind, and not in a good way, but set in their ways. That's what it means. Hard-hearted, meaning Israel's rooted in their ways. And of course, since they've diverted from Yahweh Shem Yahshua, they've been, as the definition goes, I'm trying to remember, really being attached to one's own opinion or belief. Really, that's what it is. Like, you're not even considering any other information coming in, you know, which is why 2/3 are going to be set in their ways and they're going to be destroyed, whether they believe in the niggatry, you know, that That's going to be their downfall, whether they believe in Islam, Christianity, or whatever philosophy, man. Obsession with, riches as well of the world. Or anything, there's different philosophies out there. There's different philosophies out there, With all those philosophies, that's just going to be led to their downfall, man. So them being hard-headed in that, hard-hearted as referred to here, that's going to be their downfall. So let me research the definition of impudent. I think it means stubborn. Well, before I do that, hard-headed, which is linked to hard-hearted, because heart is referring to the mind here. Hard-headed says a steadfast adherence to an opinion. So an attachment to an opinion, purpose, or course of action in spite of reason, arguments, or persuasion. So of course, Israelites going into the philosophies with a hard head means that they haven't actually reasoned, like, is this, like, not even just benefits, like, whether it's going to benefit you, which obviously that's how the world works normally. If it benefits you, that's what people are attracted to. So, that's one thing, but really, they haven't reasoned, they haven't thought about it, like, okay, what's the cost if you go into this philosophy? 3, is it actually the right thing to do? They haven't considered that. And really, it's all just rooted to the lack of knowledge, man. Hosea 4:6, my people are destroyed because of lack of knowledge. So, for that reason alone, it's like you already know the Most High have already given them a delusion to then believe, a strong delusion, which is why it's like, okay, cool. They're hard-hearted. Let them be like that. They're going to go through the cleansing of the fire. Then kingdom come, they're going to be reset. So, Most High said it best, man. Ezekiel 3:7, again, but the house of Israel will not hearken unto thee, for they will not hearken unto me. For all the house of Israel are impudent and hard-hearted. And where it says the house of Israel will not hearken unto thee, but they will not hearken unto me. And who are the mouthpiece of the Most High? The prophets. So, of course, the point is they're not going to listen to Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, man. For all the house of Israel are impudent and hard-hearted. So let me search up impudent. The definition of impudent. It probably means stubborn. I'm just going to search it up. Actually, so it says not showing due respect for another person, impertinent. So basic meaning of impudent means a lack of respect. Impudent. I don't know. Oh yeah, that was another thing. So having the thought of another situation where an individual got called. This was back in school days, early school days. An individual got called petulant, which I think it's all negative definitions, but going back to the point, that impudent means lack of respect. So with this lack of respect for another person, it says there in the definition, that is really referring to Israelites having a lack of respect to Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. So yeah, man, that's pretty much the meaning of verse 7. Impudent, lack of respect to Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, hard-hearted, they're set in their ways to their philosophies, which will lead to their downfall. Hence why they need to be cleansed and reset. Behold, this is verse 8, Ezekiel 3 verse 8. Behold, I have made thy face strong against their faces, and thy forehead strong against their foreheads. As an adamant harder than flint have I made thy forehead. Fear them not, neither be dismayed at their looks, though they be a rebellious house. Moreover, so of course that there means that Yahweh Hashem Yahshua has given us a greater strength than that of the Israelites of the world, man. So really, we have no reason to fear Israelites in the world, whether they be family, friends. Of course, this can be something that may take some time to really set in the mind, where it's like, okay, cool. You ain't gotta fear anything. That's the point. And that don't mean that, okay, cool, just do anything you want and do things with foolishness. There's reasoning behind it, but there's no need to fear. That's the point. So and then do what Yahweh Shem Yahshua has commanded us to do. So yeah, as adamant harder than flint have I made thy forehead. Fear them not, neither be dismayed at their looks, though they be a rebellious house. And if you think about the forehead as well, that's like the part of the brain of which controls really everything. That's where the most conscious decisions are made. So therefore, one can even perceive it as a way of saying that the Most High has also provided us more wisdom and knowledge, and also, of course, what can I say? Because the scriptures are also as a sword as well. So as a better strength against Israel. If they want to bring their bullshit and philosophy, is like, nope, I'm cool over here. And this is why. Bring out the precepts. Then yeah, by the time you bring out one precept, they're like, all right, cool, let's go. So that's that. Verse 10, moreover, he said unto me, Son of man, all my words that I shall speak unto thee, receive in thine heart, and hear with thine ears. And go get thee to them of the captivity unto thy people, and speak unto them, and tell them, Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, the Most High, whether they will hear or whether they will forbear. So the point is to tell them, give them the warning. If they ain't going to listen, still be preaching, got to continue on. If they do listen, all right, cool, good. The point is to do it nevertheless of them listening or not listening. It's our role to keep preaching, to study and to preach. So that's Ezekiel 3. Let me get another precept as well. Ezekiel 3. Let me think. I think it's Proverbs 2nd Chronicles. In fact, I'm already here, just by flicking. Let me just read it. Hosea 4 verse 6. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me. Seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy power, I will also forget thy children. And that's why, children also suffer curses as well, man. It's really, if you want to get into the meat, there's reincarnation. So, of course, the curses always affects each generation anyways. But, so that's Isaiah 4 verse 6. You need to get the one that I intended to get. Don't think it's there. Let me search again. Okay, I'll go ahead. This is 2 Chronicles 7. 2 Chronicles 7 verse 14. I'm just checking the camera. If my people which are called by my name shall humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, then will I hear from heaven. I will forgive their sin. I will heal their land. So that's part of the humility that's required of Israel. Because right now, Israel is not in a state where you can describe them as humble people. You can't really describe them as humble. In fact, let's even search the definition of humble. Because of course, when truly understanding something, you have to gain clarity in the fundamental words as well. Humble, hard-hearted, impudent. These are apart from humble, these are traits of which are used to describe Israel, man. Humble is what Israel ought to be, but that will happen, of course, in the kingdom to come, and that's starting from the elect as well. As the scriptures say, judgment starts at the house of the Most High, so we all get humbled in our own way, man. Oh yeah, I said I was going to search for the definition of humble. So, definition of humble by Google: having or showing a modest or low estimate of one's importance, to cause to feel less important or proud. So it says having or showing a modest or low estimate of one's importance. And arrogance is really the opposite of humbleness. If humility is then a low perception or a lower says a low estimate of one's importance, one's role, a modest estimate of one's role. Arrogance is an excessive sense of one's importance. It's when you think you're above what you actually are. Being humble is like, okay, cool. You got your role, you don't see yourself as above. You're just like, okay, cool, this is what I do, this is just what I function for, and that's it. You're not diminishing yourself, going low and like, being over humble. But you're like, this is what I do, just keep it simple, keep it basic. And then that's my function, that's what I do. Simple as. So that's that. So let me actually get the blue letter, what the blue letter says about humble as well. It says, my people which are called by my name shall humble themselves. So let me do that. So by the Google definition, it means if Israel was to have a low estimate of themselves, man, low or modest estimate, so a suitable estimate for themselves. It's that just know your position, don't seek for more. Or don't try and represent yourself. Yeah, don't try and represent yourself as more. That's the point. Is that cool? Another example is that saying, is that, I can't remember, I'm trying to think of something. What was it? It's like let's just say a kitchen. Yeah, let's say a kitchen. It's like a general assistant. Having the perception as though they're the chef when they're not. The reality is, so arrogance would be, acting as though you're the chef, trying to lead everyone as a general assistant under the chef. But for so that would be arrogance. That would be an example of arrogance. And then for humility is just knowing, okay, cool, I'm a general assistant, and then all I do is just assist the chef, man. That's what you're saying. That when people are trying to discern humility in a person's speech, is just keeping it simple with their role and function of play. That's really having a modest or low estimate of your role, man. Keeping it simple. Arrogance is saying, okay, cool, this is what I do, this is what I'm gonna do. You're leading when you're not actually leading. So, that's just an example of arrogance, man. And many Israelites today, they want to have that. They have that arrogance. That's why, social media is a place where yeah, I could tell that was gonna happen. But social media is a place where also you got it pretty much provokes demons that seek attention. That's it. That's one thing that affects a lot of women out there. So not just women as well, Israelite men too. So yeah, and that then breeds out arrogance. You think you're more important than you already are just because you have a lot of people that follow you on Instagram, and then obviously their eyes are on you on that Instagram. The thing is, if there was an internet blackout in one day, you'll be nothing. That's the thing. And that's just referring to those who have, a lot of followers and take pride in those followers. That's why part of social media also breeds arrogance too. But yeah, man. For most individuals at least. So, oh yeah, so like I said I wanted to search the word humble in Second Chronicles 7 verse 14. You know how the spirit works, man. Sometimes I say I'm gonna do a short video, and then it's like 30 minutes right now. About 29 so far. So go through the spirit. Some days it may be short videos. Some days it may be long. It's all through the spirit. just looking. I'm probably searching too fast. So okay, let me. Okay, I found it. So. So let's see the Hebrew word.
Strong's H3665. Kaneh.
So kana is the Hebrew word, or kawana. This is just me trying to discern how it would be pronounced in the actual ancient Hebrew. But kana or kawana means properly to bend the knee, hence to humiliate, vanquish, bring down, into subjection, under, humble, subdue. So it says to properly bend the knee. Of course, when you bend the knee, that's normally submitting yourself unto someone, man. Remaining humble. And that's what we're supposed to do unto Yahweh B'Hashem Yahshai. That's the point. It says, hence to humiliate. When people say, I'ma humble him. I'm laughing because that was a joke back in the day, with my friends. But the point is, when someone also says they're going to humble someone, it means they're going to bring them low. That's what they're trying to do. They may perceive that, okay, this person thinks they're on a high horse now. It's time to humble him. And of course, the Most High has that mentality too, where it's like, all right, this Jake's been getting quite a lot of success now, and it's getting to his head. It's time to keep him humble so that he regains stability again. He's the one who gave you the riches. In the perspective of the Most High, of course, Yahweh B'Hashem Yahshai gave the riches. Yahweh B'Hashem Yahshai gave you that strength, gave you those gifts. So, of course, he keeps us humble to also stabilize us as well. So it says, to vanquish, bring low, into subjection, under, humble. And that's for the context of 2 Chronicles 7 verse 14. So when Yahweh B'Hashem Yahshai says, when Yahweh said, if my people, which are called by my name, Yahweh, and then of course the son's name, Yahweh Shai, shall humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, then will I hear from heaven and will forgive their sin. I will heal their land. Because we can also get into another precept where they ain't got their land, man. That's in Isaiah. So when the point is, when it says humble, it means we gotta submit ourselves to Yahweh B'Hashem Yahshai, which means we gotta obey them. That's a form of submission, man. When they tell us to do something, we gotta do it. And of course, because of the hard-headedness of Israelites, it can be a slow process. It is a slow process, but as soon as that cleansing happens, it's done. It's done. So, kind of like refining. You gotta get rid of the infirmities, all the nonsense and weakness and impurities. As well. And then you get the pure raw form, man. Cleanly. It's not even a word, cleanly. But yeah, fully cleansed, man. In this raw, purest form. So that's humble. Then we get to Isaiah chapter 1. All right. Isaiah chapter 1. So, oh yes, is it 5 to 6? Trying to get to the point. I'll start from verse 5. So Isaiah chapter 1 verse 5. Why should ye be stricken any more? Ye will revolt more and more. The whole head is sick, and the whole heart faint. From the sole of the foot even unto the head, there is no soundness in it, but wounds and bruises and putrefying sores. They have not been closed, neither bound up, neither mollified with ointment. Your country is desolate, your cities are burnt with fire, your land, strangers devour it in your presence, and it is desolate as overthrown by strangers. Amalek are the strangers that these scriptures is talking about there, right now. Over there in the land of Israel, Amalek are those strangers taking up our place, infecting it. So, let me read that as well in the NLT. Isaiah 1 verse 5. So Isaiah 1 verse 5, this is the NLT. Who do you continue to invite punishment? Must you rebel forever? Your head is injured and your heart is sick. So of course the point is Israel's in a weak position right now, man. Let me get to the next verse as well. So this is Isaiah 1 verse 6. You are battered from head to foot, covered with bruises, welts, and infected wounds, without any soothing ointments or bandages. So of course, Israel's in a bad state and there ain't no way to heal. How can they have a way to heal when they've gone away from their healer, man? Yahushua and Yahweh, man. Of course, him being our strength and our faith. Our strength and our confidence, man. I think it's shield and strength. But really, it's in Psalms, like Psalms 118 verse 9, Psalms 115 as well. There's many scriptures pertaining to Yahweh Shemashah being our strength and our faith and our confidence and our help. So of course Israel, they ain't gonna heal because they've gone away from the actual healer, Yahushua, ultimately. Because that's how we get to Yahweh. Right, so that's verse 6. Let's go to verse 7. Verse 7. So as this is Isaiah 1 verse 7. Your country lies in ruins, or the NLT, by the way, the New Living Translation. Your country lies in ruins, and your towns are burned. Foreigners plunder your fields before your eyes, and destroy everything they see. Amalek, man. If you go on the news, you flip and see Amalek backing out the Transformer flag, the Transformer flag. He's backing it out there, pulling it up. He's like, yeah, we allowed them lot here. No. That's as I said here. It says in the NLT for verse 7, Isaiah 1 verse 7, your country lies in ruins and your towns are burned. Foreigners, Amalek, plunder your fields before your eyes and destroy everything they see. They do it mentally, psychologically. They do it physically, even physically with the land as well, man. So yeah, that's that. So that's Isaiah. Let me wrap up with this precept here. Oh yeah, so like your Proverbs, not even Proverbs. Proverbs 8 and 13. 6 and 8. So of course, because of the fact that Israel needs to learn, this is it. The fear of the Lord Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, is to hate evil, pride, arrogancy, and the evil way, and a froward mouth do I hate. So that's Proverbs 8, verse 13. Get straight to the point. Israel does not fear Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, because they don't hate evil, they love evil, they're prideful, they're arrogant, and of course they love the evil ways of the world. and they have a froward mouth as well. That's why, you know, you got certain Jakes, you know, becoming atheists, believing in nihilism, which is really, nihilism is like, I think it's nihilism. That's believing in nothing. That's the point. Let me just double check again, but I think that's actually so, that's a philosophy in itself, man. Nihilism. So nihilism, if you search it up on Google, it says the rejection of all religious and moral principles in the belief that life is meaningless. So they're done. They that's probably Jake's where, if any Jake's is in nihilism, it means they've probably gone through all sorts of philosophies and realized, yeah, this is what they it. But at the same time, they weren't of the hopeful, they weren't of the elect of Yahweh Shem Yahshua. So it's like, all right, the Most High gave them up to nihilism, which really is just another delusion as well, man. Thinking everything's meaningless, that could bug a person out, you know. And that's because that's all comes from not having the fear of Yahweh Shem Yahshua. But that's gonna change, man. That's gonna change. They will have fear of Yahweh Shem Yahshua upon them. With all the things that's about to happen, Jacob's trouble, World War III, famines, pestilences. You know, we've got all sorts of things coming from the news, man. All sorts of things. And of course, judgments, creatures of vengeance. There's many things, man, you know. Yaratazar, I'm gonna make some more videos as well on that too. So yeah, Shalom. Kahalalimla Yahweh Hashem Yashab Hashem Hakudash. Double on the screamers and apostles. And Thawdi Hal Thawdi Al Shah for the strength in order to make this video. Shalom once more. And Yahweh Hashem Yashab Brakatham.